Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. Today we are playing naval action and I will be showing you the ship Le Gros Ventre. Le Gros Ventre is actually unlike any of the ships that I have featured previously. It's not really a fighting ship. It's more actually of a heavily armed merchantman. So basically, it doesn't actually fit in with all the ratings of all the other ships, but I found it to be a convenient ship for transporting lots of goods and having still some teeth to bite if you need to get stuff across. Now, let's talk a little bit information. First of all, let's talk a little bit about its history. Gros Ventre type gabarets, as they were called, were built for ocean operations supplying the colonies. I'm reading this, by the way, from the Naval Action Wiki, from Wikia, done by Olaf Deng, who is actually, it's a great site. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Check it out. Definitely worth checking. I'm basing a lot of my information from there. So, the Gros Ventre type gabarets was, or gabaret, I am not sure how it's pronounced. They were built for ocean operations supplying the colonies, as we said. They were built between 1760 and 1770 with average capacity of 400 tons. They had a single deck with high length and breadth ratio. Their armament usually consisted of 4-pounder or 8-pounder guns, or cannons. They were slower than warships, however they were faster than most of the merchant vessels. Their travels to the west of or East Indies lasted between 4 months and 4 years. Their high length-breadth ratio, coupled with the heavy cargo they carried, created a lot of hogging and fatigued the framing. So Le Gros Ventre was designed by Jean-Joseph Ginoux. Le Gros Ventre was archetype of the 1760 and 1770 gabarets. She had a length of 36 meters, breadth of 8 meters, and a depth in hold of 5.3 meters. She was built in Bayonne by Léon Michel Gigance, the same guy that built the La Belle Poule. And it's visible because it's a little bit similar in the design and looks towards the La Belle Poule. Le Gros Ventre launched in 1766. In 1771 she departed from Rochefort for a passenger transport to the Isle de France, now known as Mauritius Island in the Indian Ocean. Kerguelen requisitioned her for a few days after arriving for his expedition to the Australia continued. She sailed to the Kerguelen Islands. She was one of the ships that discovered the islands, Australia and Indonesia. After 8 months at sea, Le Gros Ventre returned to the Ile-de-France. She was used for a beef carrier between Madagascar and Ile-de-France before being transformed into a dump hulk in 1777. So, a little bit about the ship in the game. It is currently the fastest and most heavily armed trader in the game, of 20 cannons and a large cargo hold, meaning that it's good at hunting traders and also decent at hunting player traders without having to return to the port. 20 guns can act in self-defense, but I mean, in my opinion, the 9-pounder cannons is really not that big of a deal, but the carronade size, it does pack 24-pounders, which makes her a worthy combatant. Okay, that being said, guys, you are now watching a fight with which I was fighting with my cousin, who was actually sailing a brig against some guys in, there was one in cutters, and I think there were some more. So it is a little bit of a lengthier fight. I mean, we're facing, I believe, 2 cutters and some more. I'm not exactly sure what. I believe I showed it at the beginning. So I believe here I am packing the 24-pounder carronades rather than the long guns. Let me just double check. Sound Actually, I'm not that sure. No, actually, I'm packing the 9-pounder longs. Sorry. I mean, if I was packing the carronades, I would probably be packing a bigger, way bigger punch. So with these ones, it's not really a combat vessel. I mean, decent, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, we are approaching on Foxy the Berry, and as you can see from the design, it really does look a little bit like the Belle Poule, which is not a bad thing per se, because the Belle Poule is just goddamn gorgeous. So, turning, aiming, and come on, heel down please, and fire. As you can see, I am healing a little bit too high, meaning my cannons are way above when compared to where they should be, so I cannot actually hit the damn thing. So I am more relying on my cousin in Munya, which stands for lightning, to actually kick Foxy the Berry's behind into submission. So okay, and let's see if we can weave a little bit behind her, and if we can deliver the 10 cannon salute with balls included, obviously. But yeah, okay. Sector focus 100 meters. Hull 1, crew 4. I'm not overly impressed, but... and I'm getting my ass kicked as well by a cutter. Well, I would hardly call this getting my ass kicked, because, I mean, we have plenty of hull and hit points and armor, whatever. But still, it was still unnecessary. Yeah, so I don't think I will be doing reviews just now of the other merchant vessels, because they are not my primary focus, but for the Gros Ventre I already recorded a video, and I didn't know actually that it was a merchant vessel. Silly me, because I've just recently got back from like 3 months in France, so I wasn't in the game. Sorry about that, guys. And I saw like a lot of players are actually not playing, which is kind of sad. This is a beautiful game, I just love it. But yeah, I guess the people grew tired of just board battles and stuff. But I can imagine once more content gets added, people will be coming back, because this game is definitely worth playing, and I just love playing in it. I mean, it's awesome. Okay, and especially the addition of landmass in the battles is something that I wanted as a feature for a long time, and now that we've gotten it, it's just amazing. Okay, come on, who is you? Foxy the Berry. Okay, and you're going behind my back. Okay, let's then fire on the other one first. We have ball ammunition, lower the cannons as much as possible. Oh, don't heal, please don't heal. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And fire. Okay, 5 to the hull. Well, at least it's something. And it's got the rigging shock because he tried to ram me. Not particularly a good call. By the way, guys, I mean, ramming is something that you should try to avoid if possible. As you can see, this guy has lost its foremast, or bowsprit. So yeah. Okay, hard to port. I mean, the Gros Ventre is a beautiful ship, and it is pretty nimble. I mean, it's not the most nimble class, but it's not made to be the most nimble class. But then again, overall, I find her to be, given her huge cargo hold, I find it to be pretty good sailor. Fire. Okay, 4 hulls and 1 leak. Not too shabby, not too shabby. By the way, guys, I do have some older footage that I still plan to post with mostly the frigate, I believe, because I don't intend to buy it again, and I have other ships I have more or less checked out. So in terms of 5th rates, I will be posting a review of the Rattlesnake if it already hasn't been aired by the time I post the Gros Ventre. But yeah, I don't plan to re-record the Cherubim for sure, because it's not my go-to ship. Pirate Frigate is a different story. There will be some battles coming with Pirate Frigate, but yeah. Okay, and fire. Or, no. I'm trying to find my target because I'm healing a little bit, way more than I would like to. So even... Shall I lock my focus, maybe? Let's just fire, see what happens. Hull 1, leak 1. Well, good. Not stellar, but good. I am relying on Munya to do most of the heavy lifting or hitting, whatever. I have gotten a lot of my sails punched, though. Morgan Lafitte. 2 cutters. Okay, and now let's see. Come on, reload, damn you. Reload, please. Okay. And too late. Can I turn, maybe, to reacquire the lock? The good thing is that they bumped into each other, meaning that they have struck the sails to be able to resolve the situation, hopefully. Which makes them a perfect target for a little bit of a turkey shoot, shall we? So, aligning my guns ever so carefully, and Hull 4, crew 2, well, that's more like it. So let's turn towards them once again. As you can see, Gros Ventre is... I really like the model, though, I can tell you that. I mean, the model as any. I mean, I haven't seen yet a model in the game that I didn't like that much. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't seen the third rate up close yet, and I haven't seen, I believe, the... well, Pirate Frigate isn't the world's most pretty ship, but every other single ship is just gorgeous. So, even the brig, which does, compared to the other models, feel a little bit inferior. Okay, hard to port, and let's see if we can give Morgan Lafitte a port broadside. I'm hoping, I mean, it might be a little bit tight turn. Come on, damn you. Lowering sails, putting to battle sails. I might even bump into him a little bit, not by my own will, but more like by accident. And he uses the opportunity to obviously punch a couple of holes in my hull, which is definitely, I cannot blame him. I mean, that's what I would do if I was him, so yeah. I wanted even to stop and maybe capture it, but yeah. Oh well. Okay, sails to full, and let's just continue. Oh, and we have here another juicy target, which is firing its guns at me, which means he wants to get back. Hull 5, 1 cannon and 2 crew. Nice. Well, at least my stopover wasn't for nothing. Okay. Raise the sail, but we'll put it to slow, and I'm trying to get behind his stern and hopefully shoot out. I mean, it's hard. Actually, I found it very difficult to hit these small, nimbler vessels with these kind of big guys, because they're so lumpy and they take a while until they turn, so... And these small ones can basically dance around you while they're doing so. And I mean, it's fair, they're smaller, they're weaker, but They are more nimble. Okay, focus and fire. I even thought firing one cannon at a time just to make sure that I do hit with every single shot. So, 8 to the hull. Not too shabby. And then again Morgan Lafitte is starting giving me the attitude. 4 hull, 1 leak. Nice. Okay, and it made me stop. Oh, look at this guy. Come on, come on, come on. He is turning. My cannons are getting reloaded. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I can turn so I give Morgan some lovin'. No. It's a shame. Maybe my cannons will reload after all. Yeah, they did. Which means we will be serving Mr. Lafitte shortly. And by serving, I mean miserably. Normally, guys, I don't like posting too much videos showing my aiming incompetence, but since this is featuring Le Gros Ventre as well, why not? I mean, after all, we all have our good moments and bad moments, right? Fire. For example, this one being the good. 10 hull and 1 shock. So I'm hoping that this will bring a quicker resolution for our Fox the Berry, hopefully. Giving me chance to go and talk to our buddy over there, Mr. Lafitte. So yeah. Hard to port. And we are coming up on Mr. Morgan Lafitte. Getting ready. Aim and fire. Hull, shock, crew. Now those are the numbers that I know and love. So I think that our 2 cutter friends will hopefully soon be taken care of. If not by me, by my cousin here over sailing in brig. And what we are trying to achieve now to give them a nice sandwich. So okay, my cannons are being reloaded, meaning that I can once again get ready for a broadside. Just my cannons to start pointing downwards. And fire. Nice. 10, module 1, shock 1, and the module is pump. Usually, guys, when your module pump gets shut off, that usually, assuming that you have taken some hits, spells the end of your time above the waves and the beginning of your career as a submariner. Now, that being said, I don't know what's this guy's story, but I can maybe give him a proper 10 cannonball send-off back beneath the waves. So, I believe that he is sinking slowly, but then again, can I really afford not to put another broadside in him and just making sure that he sinks? Yeah, 10 to the hull, 1 to the cannon, 2 to the crew, and he is already going bye-bye. Cool. Okay, Foxy the Berry, say hi to Davy Jones for me. And time to turn hard to port and see how is our buddy Morgan Lafitte doing. Yeah, we sunk Foxy the Berry. Beautiful. So as you can see, Gros Ventre can pack a punch even with the 9-pounders, despite the fact that I would much prefer the carronades, but you know, since it's not the most nimble, you cannot expect to be in the possibility of coming closer to the enemy ship, which basically puts you at a disadvantage, and yeah. Okay, sailing towards Mr. Morgan. The wind is not clearly in our favor. I mean, he has the wind, despite us being 2, but we are... I'm kind of hoping that another cannonball or 2 will seal the deal on Morgan. Old Morgan here anyway. Getting ready to basically give him some love, and he stopped. Oh, then hard to port. I want to come behind his stern, but carefully. And I'm watching that my roll angle is still downwards. And fire. 10 to the hull. Nice. Just being careful that I don't bump into Munya. It has happened before, and I'm pretty sure it will happen again. Just a matter of time. Anyway, guys, this is a little bit sailing, fighting in what it looks like in Le Gros Ventre. I mean, as we said, not intentionally designed to be a combatant, but it can hold its own, so definitely do give it a look, especially if you are also into hauling goods back and forth. The only ship that I found bigger than that, I think it's the Indian Man, but it will be a long while before I post a review on that one, because clearly I don't have the resources to actually get it, let alone rank to captain it. My current focus for the time being is going towards 4th rates and Constitution and Ingemarland. Constitution I already shown during the sea trials, but I also want to take a look at Ingemarland. I believe it's an interesting ship. Anyway, guys, it seems that our fight is drawing to a close, because I can see Morgan Lafitte sitting very low, meaning it will sink. It's just a matter of broadside or 2, which means that I will like to take this opportunity to say, well, like if you like the videos, hit subscribe for more naval action content that I will definitely be posting, and wish you guys all the best, nice holidays during the summer, and I will definitely be posting something during the summer and also after the summer when I get back. So, thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.